I got my hands on RoadCraft the moment it launched. And I'll be honest, it was disappointing. It wasn't what I expected. The trailers, the store page, they promised a rebuilding sim, full of immersion, realism, and automation. But what I found felt completely different. So I stepped back, I played more, I let it sit, and I started to see something else, something worth talking about. Meanwhile, I explored deep dive reviews, including my own early take on the demo, and now I'm ready. Ready to agree to disagree with most of them. So, let's find out, is RoadCraft a hidden masterpiece or just a gorgeous disappointment? We're going to break it down across three pillars: economy, environment, and vehicles. And while developers call it an adventure simulation, let me tell you upfront, the adventure part, no questions asked, is here. But simulation, well, let's dig deeper. What do you expect from a simulation game when it comes to vehicles? Well, at very least a speed gauge I can see in third-person view. Sure, we've got gauges inside the cockpit, speed, RPM, but that's it. No gear indicator. And from what I've seen, every single vehicle drives like it has an automatic gearbox. Even the old rusty ones that clearly have three pedals and make manual shifting noises.
Dude, I almost had you.
Configuration vehicles? Yeah, technically there is an upgrade system, but it's more like unlock the next level rather than actually tweaking a build. You won't be choosing between different tires. Just hit upgrade and enjoy your stat bump. That's not customization, that's a cheap progression. And let's talk about all-wheel drive and diff-lock. Do they work? Absolutely. You'll feel the difference the moment you hit mud, but they come with zero downsides. No fuel cost, no speed drop, no tire wear. So why not keep them on 24/7? It's like having a cheat code that game politely pretends is strategic. Now the garage itself. This part really confused me. We've got bulldozers, we've got massive dump trucks, but you know what missing? Excavators. Which is hilarious, because the world is full of broken excavators just sitting around like some kind of post-disaster museum exhibit. Was this a meta joke? Because I'm not laughing. Some of the vehicles also feel weirdly placed, like that cracked survival hauler with built-in fuel tank or storage, perfect for remote exploration, except you're in a suburban map with roads and lampposts. Feels like someone dropped a moon rover into a downtown recovery mission. Now, to be fair, and I mean genuinely fair, the vehicle's physics themselves, they are beautiful. Drive forces matter, weight distribution matters, terrain plays its role, vehicles don't feel like hovercraft. They grip, they sleep, they struggle, and I respect that. But then, I can't help but ask, where is that amazing, detailed damage system we saw in Mondrunner? Saber? You had it. We saw it, and here, nothing breaks. No axle bends, no wheel snap off. You can flip a track down a cliff and the only thing you lose is your dignity. Well, I don't know about you, but for me, vehicles as a whole, they feel way more suited for an arcade-style experience than any serious simulation. They look good, they drive nice, but they don't challenge you in a way a real sim should. Alright, let's talk about the economy. You know, managing resources, logistics, automation, all the stuff that gives purpose to your decisions and makes you feel like you're building something smart and sustainable. Fuel exists, technically, but it's not there to make you plan roads or manage supply chains like in a real sim. It's just a way to pull your truck out of a ditch when you messed up. Run off a bridge, use fuel to restore. Stranded in a swamp, use fuel to restore. It's less about logistics and more about having a second chance button. Talking automation, it is here. If you count sending AI to deliver stuff along preset routes. But you don't set up supply chains, you don't manage output, you just complete a mission. That's it. And once it's done, the whole thing could fall apart and nothing would change. Same story for infrastructure. You'll set up power lines, pipelines, roads, but only because mission tells you. There is no simulation behind it. No reason to maintain, optimize, or even care once the objective ticks green. And then there is the materials. The map is just flooded with them. You'll need 10 logs, here is 500. Bridges that should take careful planning can be built like Lego with zero sweat. And speaking of bridges, when you finally restore a sawmill, what do you expect? Boards, right? Instead, the building sites still ask for raw logs. Even if the bridge you're about to build clearly looks like it's made of processed planks. It just doesn't add up, and that disconnect says a lot about the overall depth. But you know what? This type of economy is a decent solution for an arcade game. For a simulation though, I expect something with a lot more depth. Now let's talk about what we're rebuilding. And I'll start with this, the physics. Pretty damn solid. Vehicles respond to terrain, ground deforms realistically, every object in the world has proper mass and behavior. You load something heavy, you feel it. You roll over loose ground, you see it shift. That's impressive, genuinely. But some moments snub the immersion. Take a small rock in the middle of a road. You hit it with a 12-ton asphalt roller, and the roller jumps like it just ran over a steel beam. In real life though, that stone would be crushed, buried, or pushed aside. But not here. Or the fallen trees. Massive trunks laying across roads blocking progress. You'd think a bulldozer or a truck could at least drag them, right? Nope. They are immovable objects, unless you bring a mulcher, the slowest equipment in the game. On the bright side, that's something I really appreciate. Freedom. You can place roads wherever you like, same with bridges. You're not limited to preset paths. That's rare and refreshing. Before we wrap this up, let's talk about the graphics. Because, yeah, I can complain a lot, but this part, it's not just beautiful, it's stunning. The lighting, the terrain details, the weather, all of it looks like a dream. If there is one thing I wish every other game copied from RoadCraft, it's this level of realism and atmosphere. Honestly, it's almost unbelievable. So yeah, physics is good, graphics amazing, but overall it still feels a little bit off somehow. And I think I know why. This whole region is supposed to be recovering from a disaster, right? But all we focus on is restoring production lines and transport routes. There is zero human element, no people, no shelters, no lives to rebuild. It's like Elon Musk's version of disaster recovery. Just get the factories running again. Anyway, the environment simulation in this game is amazing. Honestly, it totally lives up to the level of detail you'd expect from a proper sim. And to be fair, it might even be a bit of an overkill for an arcade game. And this time I'm not complaining. With that said, is RoadCraft a massive disappointment? To a certain extent, yes. At least for someone like me who loves deep simulators and expects something more grounded and realistic. But is it a new masterpiece? Honestly, I think the answer is yes. For what it is, an arcade-style adventure game with co-op in its heart. It's incredibly well made. The visuals, the world, the atmosphere, it all comes together beautifully. Even I ended up enjoying my time with it, even if it's one of those games I'll probably pass once and move on from. And now I get it. I get why so many reviews focus on the co-op side. Because that's where the game truly shines. When you're sharing the ride with friends. So, if you're after a true simulator, you might want to skip this one, or wait and see if that hard mod that devs teased ever becomes a thing. But if you're okay with a more relaxed arcade-style experience, and you've got up to 4 friends ready to jump in with you, then go for it. RoadCraft might just give you a few genuinely fun, memorable hours. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'm going to keep playing and return with some advice on how to make this game more fun, especially for folks who aren't too deep into the technical side. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.